now to reopen the portals to consistent sources of significantly higher vibration. How is this pandemic going from your perspective?
There's someone talking in that higher dimension room who doesn't feel like he's in charge, like he could be an intern. He's somebody who sits on the outsides of the meetings and takes notes.
Mm-hmm.
And he's saying something like, it's really interesting how many points of disconnect there are. Because there's disconnect between the body and the soul. There's disconnect between the soul and the guardian angels. There's disconnect between the body and the guardian angels. There's disconnect between all of them and the planet itself.
Nobody's connecting to the soul plan, he's saying.
Exactly.
It's just all disconnected.
Like all these loose pieces.
Our teacher would have said, start somewhere, do something. Arthur Ashe would say, start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. Thank you, Arthur Ashe. Start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. This dreamer who showed up last night, he was trying to figure out what resources do I, the dreamer, have to work with.
That's
and
right.
Looking at some of the really good quality souls that are actually trying to make a difference on planet Earth. Looking at Saul, for example.
That's right.
Not to single out Saul, but he was looking at Saul and others also. And interested in seeing who's doing what and who's able to accomplish what. He feels disappointed at the level of accomplishment that has or hasn't happened.
I hear you.
I think he's not satisfied with the outcome of the pandemic so far.
Yeah, that's true.
He says this is supremely inadequate.
What do we do now?
What do we do now? How may we be of service to reopen portals to higher vibrations above us? That is our fundamental assignment. These
That's
two host
right.
lives, part of an experiment of 1 million souls, 1,000,000, precisely 1 million souls to open and hold open portals from higher vibrations so higher vibration presences could come in and fix this mess. Get humans to stop destroying the planet. Somebody said, what do you mean by fix this mess?
Mm-hmm.
And somebody else said, get humans to stop destroying the planet. So that's now, again, they're trying with, like they think that us saying this on film, or they're saying it on film through us, is going to make any difference. And it's more like, just in case it will make a difference, I don't want to have been the schmo who didn't even try.
Right, I didn't even say it.
Right, and so they're saying, listen, friends, everybody, all humans, and many other species also, everybody who's born into the planet right now, this planet, planet Earth, we're all supposed to be stopping the destruction, to do something, almost anything, to stop the destruction. Stop it, stop it, stop it before the destruction is complete. Because once the destruction is complete, karma is going to be allocated, and they're saying dealt out.
That's what they're saying, cards. They're
cards.
showing playing cards.
Playing cards. Karma is going to be dealt out, and nobody is going to like how that game unfolds.
No.
That's not going to be a hand anybody is going to want to hold.
That's right.
So let's kick it into gear. Think of it as 4 years and a little bit. 4 years to become carbon neutral in the industrialized world. 4 years. We need to kick it into gear.
That's right.
Everybody, please, just do it. Just put solar panels on your house. It doesn't matter all the reasons you want to say you can't possibly. They don't matter. It doesn't matter. Just do it. Get solar powered. There is a way. We didn't have a solar-friendly roof, so
Nope.
we built a solar palace and found multiple uses for it, and that roof is exactly perfect for solar panels because we built it for the roof to put the solar panels on.
We're not wealthy people.
No, we're not wealthy people. We don't have extra money. We're energy healers. Just imagine. Right? Mm-hmm. But we live very inexpensively, and
That's
we
what
recommend
they're talking
that. They're talking about that.
Yeah.
the way to feel safe is to learn how to live on very little, and we have discovered it's actually very easy to live at the and below the poverty level as long
That's
as
true.
you are very careful and you don't waste your money. You can still put on your solar panels. How's it going from your perspective? How's this pandemic going from your perspective? We really want to know. What we really want to do is reopen portals to significantly higher vibrations.
That's true.
To consistent sources of significantly higher vibrations. What has worked in other black holes of corruption? To reopen the portals to consistent sources of significantly higher vibrations. They're talking about how this stay-at-home order, get-home order,
Thank you.
is. We think that they did start with a stay-at-home order in
Yeah, I
lighter
do.
dimensions, and then realized, wait a minute, they
Uh-oh.
aren't even there.
Yeah, these souls
And
are
so
lost.
These souls are lost. So issued get-home orders as kind of like a step 2, and that they apply to souls and to guardian angels and to
That's
the
true.
guardian angels of guardian angels, which sometimes called supervisory souls, etc.
That's right.
And that everybody, all souls in all dimensions, are supposed to get home and stay home once they get there. Get home first and then stay there. And it's kind of like a census, but
That's what they said.
yes, and if you can't find it, you have to show up in kind of like the lost and found
Exactly,
But right
upstairs.
But the lost and found seems to be kind of like 95%.
Right.
So it's a little confusing. How may we be of service?
Well, how could a body help themselves be found?
Well, the body themselves has to be where they're supposed to be.
That's right.
Right now there's a shelter in place, and so it's kind of limited.
That's true.
But we had a client, for example, email us this morning that she's moving from California to New Mexico
That's
because
right.
multiple reasons, but that she can tell she's not supposed to be in California. She's supposed to be in New Mexico. So
That's
she's
right. Her
going.
shelter is
Her shelter is
changing.
changing, and good for her. So she's moving to New Mexico. So to get where we're supposed to be. And this is actually a long time channeling, is get as close to where you're supposed to be as possible, because if we're not even in our right place, it's really going to be impossible to live our right lives.
That's true.
You've got to get where you're supposed to be. Or who missed the message? What's actually going on? We see one of those guardian angels stepping up with a now children kind of
Yeah, I see that guy.
attitude of now we'll explain what's happening, is that there's been a small amount of progress as a result of this pandemic. Nothing like the spirit world expected or kind of like budgeted for.
Yes,
They budgeted for a much bigger bump, and they got a teeny weeny little bump.
That's
So
right.
they're going to go back to the drawing board and come up with some more effective ways of getting people to change. And somebody else is saying, now listen friends, that never bodes well. When those kinds of words come out in healing sessions,
Yep.
they mean that the people need to pull it together, or something
Yep.
super bad is about to happen in their lives. That's always what that means. It's
Oh
like,
yeah, every
pull it-
time.
Every time. That means stop bickering, stop arguing, pull it together, get where you're supposed to be, do what you're supposed to do, and now's a really, really good time. So 4 years, think of it this way, friends, 4 years, you got to get solar panels on your house. You've got to be covering your carbon. You've got to get carbon neutral. You've got to cover your carbon. Stop emitting carbon. Stop it. Stop buying things that are unnecessary. Stop buying aromatherapy and buy solar panels. If you don't have solar panels on your house, don't buy any more essential oils. I don't know who said that. We're just
No,
passing
but
it
he
on.
was very serious.
Very serious. Serious as a heart attack. It's like, stop buying frivolities. If you don't have solar panels on your house, do not go on vacation. If you don't have solar panels on your house, do not buy a new car. You put solar panels on your house. We're just passing it on.
Oh, yeah.
That's what that guy says.
It's not coming from these bodies.
Yeah, no, And he doesn't look like somebody. Oh, he might be Lord Shiva.
That's who it is. That's who it is.
Yeah, we call him the Uber Grump.
The Uber Grump.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Lord Shiva.
Well, that's definitely who that is.
Yeah, that's who he is.
What's Shiva the god of?
Destruction.
Destruction? Isn't
Yeah,
that right?
Shiva's the god of destruction, I'm pretty sure.
So wouldn't he be able to, like, squish?
Yeah, I don't know. We
Okay.
don't know, but definitely that's Lord Shiva. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. What resources do we have to work with? Because we don't want to go back and fall back with Lord Shiva hanging out here, because
No.
that's super unpleasant.
No.
Want now to connect to a consistent source of significantly higher vibrations. What has worked in other black holes of corruption to reopen the portals to higher vibrations above them? Ooh, how's it going from your perspective? Well, but now to reopen the portals to higher vibrations above them. Yeah, we don't want to call in the Uber Grump again. Okay,
No.
ready. Good.
Yeah.